beautiful. It's cold out here, but it's warming up with the sun coming. Time I got here, the sun was just coming up, but it got as cold as like 26 degrees outside. So, yeah, it did get pretty cold. But it's like in the 50s right now. So, low 50s, high 40s for most of the day. Excited.
There is evidence that indigenous people inhabited this area during the large glacial maximum around 20,000 years ago. Melting ice sheets eventually filled the valley with water, creating Lake Manly, which, at its greatest extent, had a depth of up to 180 meters. The landscape was also vastly different from the arid expanse we see today. The mountain slopes around the Lake Manly would have been covered in forests, and wildlife would have been plentiful. Over time, the landscape changed. The lakes continued to shrink, the forests retreated further up the slopes, and by 3,000 years ago, only shallow ponds and pools remained on the valley floor. By the time Timbisha Shoshone arrived here more than a millennium ago, the lands looked more like what we're familiar with today. Despite their aridity and extreme climate, Death Valley is still home to varied wildlife and vegetation. Oaks and pines grow on the higher slopes of the surrounding mountains, where the Timbisha would go to collect the acorns and pine nuts that form their primary diet. Mesquites and wild brush can be found on the flats and dunes, and wherever there is a water source, there are tall bushes and grasses, which the Timbisha use for making intricate basketry and weaves. The Timbisha Shoshone believe that a native woman sent Coyote with a basket full of children westward to the middle of the world, which we know is Death Valley. Once Coyote settled, the children sprung from the basket and continued to reside there from that point onward, and they still care for the land today.
Okay, so at the beginning of the month, I ended up visiting Death Valley National Park, and here's the little postcard that I got at Stovepipe. And that was right before Trump and his administration just gutted the entire National Park Service. So I'm glad that I got to enjoy the park with the help of our national park rangers. And at the same time, I'm worried about what's going to come now that uh, there are so many people who have lost their jobs and who take care of our parks and the people that visit there. There are already so many people who unfortunately succumb to injury and or lose their lives while they're in visiting a national park. And I know it's only going to get worse without that help. People getting lost because trails aren't being maintained. When they do get lost, like there's going to be nobody there to help find those people, and it's or alert the search and rescue to come in, and uh, it's already an issue, and it's going to be even more of a problem moving forward without that help. And I don't think people understand really how much these rangers do to keep everybody safe and to keep our natural environment safe and thriving for the next generation. So I don't know. Like part of me still wants to go out and visit our national parks, but at the same time, I know that right now, um, having so many people come and visit our national parks without that help and guidance, is just going to put like a bigger strain on our parks. So that's where my head's at. Um, but yeah, I think if you do go moving forward, you definitely need to think about your leave no trace principles. You need to prepare and plan ahead of time, make sure you know where you're going, what you're doing, what to expect, that you have all your materials, that you're aware of what's going on. Um, and yeah, like That's all you can do right now is to protect yourself, help your community as much as possible. I don't know. It definitely does suck to see, not just our National Park Service, but so many other government officials who help keep us, well informed and safe. Seeing them let go, like that's, even if it did save money, like the amount of lives lost, it's not great. um, but yeah, I think the only way that you can get through this time is to keep yourself informed and yeah, to just do the best you can to keep yourself safe and to keep others safe. Um, on another note, I did end up getting back into indoor rock climbing. I ended up winning this chalk bag at a Black Rocks LA event, which was really cool. It was on Valentine's Day, and they even like had like chalk as well. So now I have to go because I have this really nice chalk bag, and yeah, um, those people were really cool, and I think rock climbers in general, I think are just really chill, and I think maybe that is more also my vibe. Like I love hiking in the outdoors, on my own. Like the big mountains, a lot of people don't like to do, so I end up doing those on my own. But I do want to do more outdoorsy things, or I don't know, fitnessy things with other people. So I that's what I'm doing a little bit more indoor rock climbing. um, just doing other activities, not just hiking. Mm, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thank you for watching this. This is the end of the vlog, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.